hot today, and for the rest of the week it's going to be 7:55. Please be on time. 7:55 is going to be Mincha. The learning is going to be the Jilui Nishmat Ezra ben Nisan, Kuran Shansi Miriam Bat Akababa, Leeor ben Ezra, Meran Moshe ben Chaim Yitzchak. Well, everyone should remember that Kored Or Michael is having a raffle for a Sefer Torah. Anybody that's able to donate or buy a ticket should be blessed, and they could go to Dima or Eddie Bojiev. They are in charge of that, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bless them. As well as today is the 26th day of the Omer, which is 3 weeks and 5 days. We continue in the Halachot of Muktze. And the rules of Muktze, we're discussing up until now, if something is fit for animal consumption, even if it's not fit for human consumption, it does not have the status of Muktze. It's in the category of food, and it's not considered Muktze. So an example of such a thing could be a person who ate chicken, he ate a certain food, and it has bones. Now those bones might not be edible. Sometimes they are edible, it depends how soft they are for humans. But sometimes they're not edible for humans, but they are edible for animals. So therefore, those bones won't be considered to be muktze. Sometimes certain peels of certain fruits are also not edible for humans, but are edible for animals, and they are not considered to be muktze on Shabbat, as well as certain pits would not be edible for humans, but are edible for animals. Now, in order for this rule to be invoked, it has to be animals that are matsui, that are found in the city. If you have certain types of foods that are not considered edible for people or for animals, but there is a certain animal that this is edible for, and that animal is not found within the confines of the city, so then that's not something that's going to exempt you from the prohibition of muktze. It has to be an animal that realistically you could get to on Shabbat and give it to, and would be fine. So it has to be within the confines, within the tchum of what is considered to be the city. Obviously, in New York City, that's pretty big, because the cities that we have today are much larger than the cities that they would have in earlier times, and that would include an entire large area, certainly Queens and Brooklyn, and probably some parts of Long Island as well, would be considered part of one big city that would qualify. So as long as there's animals that are common, certainly cows would be common, certainly other types of things would be considered common within the entire range that we're discussing. Most likely, I would imagine, those things would be common. So that would be good enough to take off the prohibition of muktze in those cases. However, animals that are not common, it doesn't help that the fact that there is an animal that might be able to eat this, it has to be on a practical level that it could be eaten, and those are types of cases that are considered to be on a practical level. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.